At night, the forest looks calm, still, silent, almost peaceful. But on the forest floor, under the cover of darkness, a war is happening. A war most people will never see. A war fought by creatures smaller than your fingernail, but with strategies as complex as any army. This is the night of the slime molds. And the battleground? A single rotting log. It starts with something simple. A tree falls. Rain soaks into the bark. The wood begins to soften. To us, it's just a fallen tree. To the microscopic world, it's prime real estate, a treasure chest of nutrients, a city waiting to be conquered. And as darkness settles in, the first soldiers arrive. Bacteria. Billions of them. Fast, hungry, multiplying every few minutes. They spread across the log like an invisible mist, breaking down the softest parts of the wood. But they're not alone. Fungi awaken too. Long, thin threads called hyphae pushing through cracks in the bark. They don't move fast, but they move deep. They spread underground, through the wood, weaving into a network. And then, from the moist leaf litter nearby, comes the strangest creature of them all, the slime mold. A slime mold is not an animal, not a plant, not a fungus. It's something in between, a living, creeping intelligence. And at night, it rises. It spreads out like a living yellow web, pulsing, searching. Each movement is slow, but purposeful. It's hunting. It's mapping the battlefield. It's preparing to fight. Slime molds don't have eyes, or brains, or nerves, but somehow they know exactly where to go. They can sense chemicals in the wood, they can detect bacteria and mold colonies from inches away, and they can solve problems, finding the shortest path to food, like a living computer. This log is their arena. And tonight, they're not here to share. The first conflict begins on the soft underside of the log. Bacteria swarm across the wood fibers. They multiply so fast, they form a shiny film, a biofilm, like a microscopic shield. This film lets them defend territory, communicate, and even attack. But the slime mold doesn't care. It moves forward in a slow, creeping wave. As soon as it touches the bacterial biofilm, chemical warfare begins. The slime mold releases enzymes, powerful ones, that dissolve the bacteria instantly. The bacteria counterattack with toxins designed to keep invaders out. To the naked eye, nothing is happening. But under a microscope, it's chaos. Bacteria die by the millions. The slime mold continues forward, swallowing them like fuel. And with every inch it gains, it spreads further, building a network of veins, a living map of the log. Not far away, the fungi prepare their own strategy. They send hyphae deeper into the log, breaking down tough fibers that bacteria can't touch. They release chemicals that slow down bacterial growth. Some fungi even grow sharp, hook-like structures that trap and digest tiny worms nearby, nature's version of landmines. And then, the fungi do something remarkable. They communicate. A fungal network can stretch across an entire forest, sharing information and resources. When one part of the fungus senses attack, the entire network responds. So when slime molds begin creeping toward their territory, the fungi prepare to hold the line. They grow thicker, stronger, more resistant. This isn't random growth. This is defense. Meanwhile, the slime mold continues its march. It splits into branches, testing multiple paths at once. If one path is blocked by toxins, it withdraws, redirects, and tries another, like a general studying the battlefield. It's not just moving, it's strategizing. Some branches find weak fungal areas and invade. Others cut through bacterial highways. Some even sacrifice themselves to test dangerous zones, a microscopic scouting mission. Every move is calculated. This tiny creature, with no brain, is outsmarting entire colonies of bacteria and fungi. The fungi strike back. They release antibiotics, real ones, natural chemicals that kill bacteria and slow down slime mold growth. These antibiotics seep through the wood, turning whole regions of the log toxic. Most slime molds retreat, but one section pushes forward, resistant to the chemical attack. The bacteria join in too, producing acidic compounds that burn through slime mold tissue. The log becomes a chemical minefield. To the slime mold, every inch is now a battle. But it keeps going. It grows thicker where the attack is strongest. It builds stronger veins, and slowly, inch by inch, it claims more territory than either of its opponents. Hours pass. The fungi hold their deep strongholds. The bacteria claim the moist surface layers. But everywhere else, the slime mold dominates. It forms a vast network across the log, yellow, branching, alive. It's won the battle for the night. But the war never ends. Because when the sun rises, the battlefield shifts again. The heat dries out parts of the log. Some bacteria die. Some fungi retreat. The slime mold shrinks back into a hidden, dormant state. And the next night, when moisture returns, the war begins all over again. Fall, winter, spring, night after night, a constant cycle of expansion, retreat, and survival. This isn't chaos. It's nature's pattern, a silent struggle that keeps the forest alive. Every inch of decay feeds something new. Every battle releases nutrients. Every win creates life. Without these invisible wars, the forest would choke under its own fallen trees. The log would remain untouched. The soil would stay poor. The ecosystem would collapse. The war keeps the world in motion. So next time you walk through a forest and see a rotting log, remember what it really is. Not waste, not decay, but a battlefield. A place where slime molds, bacteria, and fungi fight every night. For survival, for territory, for life. The war is invisible, but the impact shapes the entire forest. And in the darkness of the forest floor, the slime molds rise again.